Okej. Då ska vi se. Har vi fått kontakt? Have we got some contact? Hello, everybody. Lovely to be back again. And great. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so welcome for a new fantastic event together with the new subject being focusing on the golden age, the transition to the golden age, and how we manage to leave everything behind that is holding us back and applying the new good stuff that helps us to bridge into this new era and through this very challenging time. So, hello, Vaju, Anna-Karin, Stefan, Magnus and Anne. Oh, great, you're here. And Magnus and Anne is here to help us as moderators in the chat to keep it nice and friendly. And if someone is naughty, they will get the boot. So thank you, Magnus and Anne, for being here and helping out. Hello, Eric. Hello, Cliff. Hello, Veronica, Marie, Monica, Titti, and so many more. And all of you who come in, and Elise, great. And all of you who come in later to see this at another time. Today, I'm going to open the door to my absolute deepest passion. So, yeah, to get like this guy, Superman and Supergirl, how we take all these spiritual gifts and implement them in the physical body and unite them, like yoga means, unity of mind, body, spirit, right? Becoming one, which is the biggest test ever for humanity right now. So this whole thing is about that previous, we have had many masters who have made it as spiritual beings to become spiritual masters and legend for humanity, how to leave the Maya, the illusion, how the third dimension, and move over to the spiritual realms here in the earth realm. Now we are moving to a time where the earth is leaving the third dimension and vibrating up to the fifth dimension. And if we look back to the era of Atlantis, the Atlanteans, they were developed in their consciousness to a fifth dimension, but they were still in a third dimension world. This time, we're moving up the world as well. So it's very challenging. And then to take the physical body with us from the third dimensional density to the fifth dimension, that is my passion, and that is what I'm going to share today. So it's going to be a very passionate presentation here for me. And I'm just going to start this subject because this is the big subject that we all need to learn over these coming years. So, and hello, Agneta, Irene, and Shintamani. Yes, Elise, there is many dimensions. There is even more than 15. But right now, we're talking about the main shift for the collective humanity. We're moving from the third, fourth to the fifth. So, now, what we are about to do is so complicated. So it needs to be presented in over some time here and from many different angles so we can get a viewpoint from all angles, so we can really first understand it mentally, then let it drop down to our heart to experience it, so we can draw from each other's experiences, others' experiences, and our own, and then to manifest it, to become it, embody it, right? So it's a journey of trials and error, and as we go, we're going to make it better and better and better, and the vibration is going to be calibrating on the highest levels, not just in our emotional set scale, but also in the physical body. So it's huge, huge. Very few talk about this. So that's my passion, and I will guide you the best that I can. And I will share, like I said, the start here today. So warm welcome. So in the beginning here, I like to check how you are, how you feel, where the vibration is right now, because as you now know, I did 3 presentations here over the last 3 weeks over the big challenges that we're now in. The dark forces, they are now obviously pumping up the volume, going hardcore in every way. So it's going to be a very challenging time here, and that's why it's extra important with this work on ourselves right now. So where are you in the emotional set point scale from the power versus force scale? I will bring it up here behind me. Let's see. So I like to start with just bring out all those who are feeling the fear of the world situation, all the challenges that are presented themselves now in the wars, every area, everything. So where are you? Because what we want to do is to clear the fear so we can move up from the negative scale to at least become neutral, and then move up the positive scale to the love vibration and to come into the flow. So we have Cliff first out, 750 to 800. Same procedure as last week. Very good, Cliff. I'm really happy to hear you're doing so well. Fantastic. Excellent. Elise, 1100, top. Whoa, lovely. So that also for you who are new, this scale was created with the knowledge of kinesiology and the muscle testing. And it went from the lowest vibration that we can experience, which is shame and guilt, all the way up the negative scale, then the positive scale up to enlightenment, where we are in tune with the source and we are experience flow and magic on a daily basis, synchronicity, and we feel we're not alone. We're working with the universe. Now, that was in the 90s. And we have now moved over to another scale that actually goes beyond 1000. So you're welcome to say that you vibrate on 1100 or even higher. Just tune in and feel where you are. Ingmarie, hello, 350. Okay, beautiful. Acceptance, which is very, very good. Whatever is going on, just accept it. We know that in order for this shift to happen, all the darkness needs to come up to the surface and be cleared. So acceptance is great. Right, Titti, 700 plus. Fantastic. Anna-Karin, 900. Oh, wow. Good. Agneta, 400 to 540. And it's good also to have like a little opening scale there. So there is like a window from the lower to the higher. If you count right now, or if you look over the last week, we can feel we have like, you know, a little roller coaster ride of emotions up and down. So let me take that as well. So 400, reason. And reason is so important that we bring that out now and then. Why are we here? Why do you get up in the morning? Right? Do you have something that really makes you passionate to leave the bed in the morning and get up and start your day? Right? Why? Why do we get up? What's the meaning? So to really take some time now and then by ourselves, most maybe the best place is go out in nature, just to be alone and think about that. Spend some time with your reason, to strengthening the reason why we're here. Our mission. Are we doing our mission? Right? Because we can have lots of lovely reason. Yeah, we love these people and they love us and life can be nice and so, but that's not deep enough. That's not powerful enough. We need to come to that core issue, that reason that makes us come alive and makes us live a life like we need to do right now. Be part of the awakening, be part of the new era, right? So that reason. So thank you for bringing that up, Agneta. And Agneta goes all the way up to joy. So to have some joy sparkle in there in our daily life, so important. So thank you. Marie, 600, peace and love. Beautiful. And that is another important part to really understand now that even though we can be okay in the circumstances that we're in right now, we're all hooked up to the quantum field of the whole humanity. So we feel that in our nervous system. So it's really important to really work on our field, go out in nature, connect with the peace, and like a bank account, you know, to go to your bank, the nature, and put in some peace inside of you on a regular basis. So we have a peace account that is consistent, fueling up. That way we can handle all the challenges that come so much better. Eric, 500. I was better a couple of weeks ago, but all these sad things the dark force doing in the world bring me down a little because I know their plans. Yes. So it's also important to know the divine plan. So there is two timelines. There is the dark agenda and there is the light agenda, or light plan. And if we look at this scale, which is called the power versus force scale, the darkness, they work with force, which is up to here. They get to use from shame and guilt, the fear factor up to here. We get to use from here and beyond. So we have an army of light workers using this higher scale, and the dark forces have demons working with this lower frequencies. Who do you think is going to win? I mean, it's obvious. Their time is up. It's just a matter of time until it's game over. So important to take in, even though it looks like it's game over for the whole humanity. It's not. It's not. Monica, 350 and soon higher after tonight. Yes. Every night every broadcast, we raise the energy for certain. We help out each and every one of us and all together. Thank you for being here, Monica. And Shintamani, another Björn. Hey, brother. 700 plus. Back in business after healing my wounds. Wow. So lovely to hear. Thank you for being here, Björn. I love you. And just wonderful to hear. Very, very good. I know it's been a tough journey. Per, 350 up to 700, but down to 400 again. Okay? Trying to find the balance, and it's getting better every week. Thanks, Björn, and everyone in here. Great, Per. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So more reason. Very good. Santosha, 700. Much love. Flow, belief that everything is as it should be and will be fine. Great, Santosha. Thank you for adding that. Very good. Yes. Elise. Now they destroy Gaza. It's crazy. Yes. Yes. So we have to understand. So this is like an upscaled Maui Lahaina event where it's so obvious it's an inside job that they did it to themselves to get permission to go and just destroy the Gaza Strip there. And then start to try to involve all the other countries to create a World War III. But it's going to implode here over the next coming weeks and months. It's going to go to a much better way. So all those souls who are now leaving, it's crazy and so disturbing and so sad. At the same time, in the bigger picture, the bigger plan, many souls have come down now, and to be the victims, to wake up the rest of us. So it's also important to go into thankfulness for all those who do that part of the job right now in this transition. So, yeah. So thankfulness is so important to have with us with all this to be able to get rid of the dark forces and shed the light on everything. SE, hello. Björn, I'm here. I'm sadly on 100, but hoping to get better. Okay. So 100 in fear. So one good explanation of what fear means is false evidence appearing real. It's a good one, because we are afraid of something that might happen that haven't happened yet, or something that shook us up that already have happened. So right now, in this now, we can clear it. We can clear it and become neutral, and even to come into understanding of the whole thing and love and peace. So we will do our best to raise the energy for everybody so we leave the fear factor. Yeah, Björn, back to nature is the only way to be. Yes. Ahaliel, positive energy go out to all especially everyone here. Beautiful. Thank you. And thank you, SC. All right. So if anyone else like to share, yes, we got Johanna, 350 to 600. All right. Nice. So more acceptance and all the way up to peace. Yes, so if anyone else like to share before we close this intro and move over to the subject for this evening, you're welcome to do so right now. Ahaliel 777. I like that you're so precise. That's wonderful. And a very good vibe. Veronica 644. Hey, how do you tune in to be so precise? Mine is a little bit more open. I love that. Great. That is fine tuning as its best. Love it. Okay. So, friends, we are going to open a very big subject, and I will share first a few film clips, and then I will go over to a little presentation I've done, and then we open for questions and open the subject to talk about the physical part right now going on in all of us. So I already love this evening. It's going to be fantastic. So maybe we can also heal some physical issues right here, right now, this evening. Let's see here. So where do we have it? We have it here. Just a second, bear with me. I will bring up today's subject's picture, which I like a lot. I will tell more about it as we go here. Let's see, where do we have? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, so when we look back in time, first of all the way back to, please pause the chat for now, so we talk with each other after we done this part. Yeah, so when we look back, the fall from grace, when we were in our highest evolution back there, there was still a missing link, a missing piece, which we are now about to do. And that is that we are about to do what yoga really means with the physical aspect, to become one with our physical body and align it and balance the yin and yang, the male and female, so we become one, each and every one of us. So that is why the war on humanity is so big on gender issues, to make as many as possible confused about, the sexual issues and gender. And then you have the sports and fitness craze that is forceful. So you have a lot of young kids doing way too hard, tough sports and exercise that is against the body. So we go over the body's limits and we hurt ourselves. Many damage their body so bad, so they have problems than the rest of their lives because a short time span of some sports being a pro. And that goes down to also just on normal levels, going to the gym in the local little village gym. We see that energy is now all over the earth plane, being forceful. So we need to backtrack that force, open our heart, become more sensitive to our body, to understand that our body is our temple, it is our avatar, and we now need to become one with it and listen to it, to the whispers. So we're really fine-tuned as masters in the body. Then that opens up our superpowers. So I will start by going back to the Greeks, and the Greeks were known for their godlike physical structure, right? And I would just show you a short intro here of a video, and then we will move on in time here until we come to here and now. Let's see here. Right. Here we go. Share screen. Here we go. Okay. So, back to the ancient Greece. Come.
Running and jogging called meritochismos, and back and forth sprinting.
Just a second, I will be fixing this sound.
Next, their plyometrics had a great variety of exercises and could even include weights. Examples of exercises include aphalmos,
Sorry, just give me a second here, I'll fix the sound. Okay. So, yeah. Sorry. There we go. Back again. Okay. Sorry, some technical issues here. We'll fix that right away. And so you can see what's going on. Let's see. Here we go. This. Yes. Why isn't it working? Can you hear me? Am I? Do we have connection? I like to see someone in the chat if you can just tell me if you can hear me still. Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right, good. Right. So let's fix this. How do we fix this? We fix it. Okay, so sometimes we have some technical issues, and yeah. Robert, are we in official pee break? If you're fast, because I'm planning to get this done right away. Let's see here. Let's see. Just a second. We'll fix it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, that little video clip, I actually had a few clips here, and it doesn't work. Can't show them. So that has to wait to next week, because I want to keep on going here. We have valuable time. We don't want to waste it. Strange, really strange. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. So what we will do is that I will instead move over to the other presentation, and then I will share that as we go. So I will talk about it as we go. So yeah, so we talked about the Atlantean, and that when we were back then, we develop ourselves to fifth dimensional consciousness, but we were still in third dimensional bodies, right? And then as we look at health and fitness throughout the ages, we go through some major times, and another time is that the Greeks were very good at the physical fitness, and so were many others along the road here. So I will talk about it right now. Let's see here. So we open up like this. Yeah. So here we go. So that today's subject is for our amazing body, right? Our divine body. And this is for everybody who are here for experience the transition into the golden age. We are pioneers in this shift. We are awakened and we understand the big picture, and we understand that now it's more important than ever, not just to be healthy, but to be fit. It's the next level. So the new level of health is including fitness. Today, we talk about that like two different things. Like you can be healthy without doing any fitness. In the future, where we're heading, you can't. You're not healthy if you're not fit. So these are two different worlds that now also need to be included. You know, like if you look at nature and we compare humanity to nature, look at lions, for instance. Lions have a specific fitness, which is very obvious. We can see it crystal clear from they're young until they're old. And they have that fitness all the way until it's time to leave. Why? Because if they're not fit enough, they will die. They can't catch their prey unless they are fit. And the same with the prey. All the animals on the savanna, the zebras, the antelopes, you know, all of them, they need to be fit in order to escape the lion. And if they're not fit, they die. And right now we're in a time where it used to be survival of the fittest was the rule of the law of nature in humanities lifestyle. However, now we have its survival. It's actually not the fittest, it's survival of the strongest. And now we have an add to that, and that is it's the survival of the strongest and most adaptable. Because now we need to be adaptable to the changing times, and we need sometimes to adapt very fast. Like people who are in man-made natural catastrophes, that your house is suddenly burned down or flooded or a hurricane or whatever happens. So in an instant, you need to run to save your life. Can you run? If you can't run, that might be the end of it. So that we saw like in Lahaina in Maui, that massacre, there was a lot of people who died because they weren't fit enough. And those who were fit enough, they survived, many survived by running to the ocean and jumping into the ocean. So there was about 100 people there that survived because they were fast enough to run and save themselves. So it comes down to life and death now, to being fit or not. And also to be adaptable, that you can make split second decisions, right? So then we go into the Greeks. We see all these Greek statues. So that was the first film I was going to show you, that we see their god statue looking like gods in human form. And we have the Olympics still going on today in humanities, big festival, sports spectacle, right? Every 4th year, there's the Olympic Games, and that goes all the way back to the Greeks. And why? So they did it because it was obvious that we need to, since we're here in this physical plane, we need to take the physical to its full potential. And so has then many civilizations done the same. like the Asians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Thai, and many others in those that part of the world, developed martial art. And martial means war, Mars, the art of war, and how we make our human structure as a weapon, right? And protection. But now we're moving in to make it a peaceful fitness thing, that we are moving ourselves in our health and vibration up to the higher levels because we're also fit. And then we have JFK. One of the reasons why he was removed and unpopular were that he started a very nice campaign in the US to make the citizens fit. So he started a school program to include 15 hours of very highly evolved fitness training every day. And there is fantastic movies about this. I was going to show you that, so that will be next week, where you can see how they look. So instead of you having a whole class with mixed fitness from very unhealthy to middle to very fit, there was just like everybody was healthy and fit. So we see that also in Germany. That was actually part of a good thing Hitler did, to also bring up the Germans, to make them super fit. So he implemented a program in the schools to make everybody train on a high level to make them fit, boys and girls, all of them. And that has been a thing going on in many countries throughout history. And we see how the whole country blossom when the citizens are fit, not just healthy, fit, strong. So we are now moving into a time where this is going to be the next thing, that we're all fit as well. So here we go. So in this cycle that we're now in, the end time of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age, it's now time to also include this in the shift of the ages, that when we now look, what can we bring from our previous history? What have we learned from when we look back that is actually good for us to bring with us into this new chapter? And as many now know, there are mostly stuff that we need to let go of. But this subject is something we need to bring with us to become what's called superhuman. But it's really just a normal, fit human. So we stand here in between these two worlds, our paradigm shift. And if you are drawn into the drama on the left side, the third dimension, there is all kind of distractions and all kind of good, what do you call it, excuses. So when you're not healthy and when you're not fit, you can have a bunch of good excuses that makes everybody that asks you why you're sick or why you're unhealthy or why you're overweight or whatever it might be, you can just say, oh, it's because I have so much to do on my work, and I have so many kids to take care of, and or da 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 da. Excuses, excuses, excuses. But in the new era, we are supposed to take care of ourselves first. It's like when we fly an airplane. What do they tell us when we fly an airplane? They say, in case of an emergency, there will be some oxygen mask dropping down, and it's crucial that the first thing you do is that you put it on yourself, then you can save others. And that is the key now moving forward. And this goes also to all healers and therapists and everybody who are big open hearts, there for others, but you put yourself way back on the priority list. Now it's time to walk your talk and talk your walk. So if you're a healer, you're also fit. If you are a teacher, whatever it might be, something that helps others live a better life, you're fit. And I know right now we're not. So we are right now in the beginning phase of moving beyond our traumas, our unhealthy lifestyle, and start to develop this healthy lifestyle. So this is the shift into the golden age, to make that our priority. And as we now stand in the eye of the storm, which we are doing right now, so many of us, many literally, in Gaza, in Maui, in all these catastrophic areas around the world where they have tried to eliminate humans in whole cities and whole areas. Some survive, and you stand there in the middle of the storm. Is that an excuse enough to not take care of yourself physically? No. There is no excuses. For us to survive now, we need to be strong. So it goes back to carry water and chopping wood. So maybe there is not time to go to the gym if you're in a catastrophe on that level, but you can think about your posture. You can think about your breathing. You can think about the contact to source. You can be physical, carrying stuff, moving stuff, helping out. And on that level, do your physical work. Plus, there is some key moves that comes with yoga, qigong, and some other martial art practices that helps us to be in our best, aligned, balanced, the body's in equilibrium. So wherever we are, we just need our body and a little bit piece of like a yoga mat size piece of ground. We don't need a yoga mat. We can do it on a dirt floor. We can do it on grass. We can do it on concrete, wherever it might be. We can help ourselves to stay in our balance and be strong and fit through these circumstances. And if you look through life where humans have been tested to the brink of, not making it, those who makes it are those who keeps their mind fit and positive, and also their bodies fit. So when it becomes lack of water, lack of food, it's extra important to understand how we savor energy and how we build energy. And that goes to the physical body. So we will talk about this as we go here through this time and bring up examples and also wins with people that I take care of, and others as well that can come in and share how we can do this, all of us. So are you ready? How to shift this physical plane into the metaphysical fifth dimensional plane, which is also physical. So we have talked about this shift here, and on the left side, all the attributes are previous ego life. And now we move into this right side to the bright future, which is then also happening on an earth plane in nature. So what does this mean? To move into our true self, true you and true us. Well, it means that we now need to understand ourselves and our own body, because our body is the way out of here. Many think that it's all these highly, mystical ways of spirit and the higher dimensions. And it is, yes, but there is a but. In the ascension time we're now in, that we ascend, we lift our spirits, we lift our energies, and we raise our consciousness to these higher realms and all the mystical understandings of life, right? Then I can say, I thought I was done after many years of my ascension journey. But the longest journey for me and for everybody here is then the descension journey, to take all these highly spiritual stuff down and ground it, manifest it, become here and now with this highly spiritual gifts developed in the physical body. So we need to understand on the left side, our skeleton, our posture. We can't be crooked. This is our antenna. Our skeleton and our physical structure is our temple, is our avatar. We need to take care of it. We need to understand our posture. So all these hours when we bend forward, when we look at our phones, when we look at the screen, when we don't think about our posture, standing, sitting, whatever we do, we are not in tuned. So being in tuned, we need to understand that we need to practice posture and how to balance the left and right side. So we go to the middle picture, our body and our mind, to make ourselves think about this many times throughout the day, and our breathing. Are we breathing all the way down to our diaphragm, which also makes us grounded here and now? And when we speak, it sounds more pleasant. Or are we up here stressed? We don't think about the breathing and everything is going faster, and we become stressed because the body needs full volume of breath to relax. So breathing needs to be implemented for us to be here and now in the body. And that also releases the nervous system that holds stress, right? So we can relax. And then it comes to the physical training that we also include the right side, our soul and spirit. So the energy input and output, that we understand prana, chi, life force, and that we bring up our energy to its full capacity, and then implement that in our body work, right? With all these things. Plus one more thing, and that is to balance our male and female side in us. Again, yin and yang. And that when we look at the picture in the middle, you see a perfect human body, perfect balanced left and right. And I can say, after looking at many hundreds, maybe even 1,000+ humans over my lifetime, trying to do my best to explain this and get them going on starting to balancing the left and right, nobody looks this perfect. Nobody. We're all a little bit twisted, we're all a little bit crooked, and that is the next chapter for humankind, to take this hard time, relax into this new time, and take our body with us and balance ourselves, left and right side, so we become symmetrical. So we become in our best posture, aligned skeleton, aligned in the physical structure, and aligned in our energy body. So here it is with the 7 chakras. So it's a big job. It's not easy, but it's not supposed to be easy. Then it will be boring. We need some challenge here. So here we go. So here we have modern David versus timeless David. And when Michelangelo was asked, how did you, from this huge block of granite, make David come alive like this in such a detail? He answered, well, that's very easy. You see, David were already in the block. The only thing I had to do was to ship away everything that wasn't David, that wasn't supposed to be there. And today, that is, part of the agenda to make us overweight and lazy, right? So agenda food, agenda life, sit in the couch, spending a lot of hours in the couch, watching TV, becoming lazy, eating crap, and not exercising and taking care of the body. So again, our body is our temple. Our body is our way out of here. It's the next phase of human evolution. We need to understand the timelessness of taking care of the body, like the Romans, like the Greeks, like the Atlantean and Lemurians, all the way up to civilizations or countries that in this civilization time have taken care of their citizens. But right now, nobody takes care of the citizens. It's up to each and every one of us to do this ourselves. So this comes also into understanding that when you can take a break from whatever is going on, if you are super busy and you are in fear and all of that, just to be able to put the pause button. And if you have made this your number one priority to take care of yourselves, you have a few days a week that is holy, that is your time to take care of you and your body. And that is number one. Nothing can come in between there. That is where all of us need to go. So if there is someone want to meet you in those hours, no, not possible, sorry. We have to find another time, earlier, later, another day, whatever it might be. This is not to be changed. And I'm doing my best to, I've done that all my life. And sometimes you need to be flexible when there's something super important that can't be changed. But overall, when you look at it every week, you don't go down in fitness. You raise your fitness level to a point where it's good, where I call to be in the zone. And right now, very few are in the zone of their full potential. And that's where we see here in the middle called flow. So we can be in flow spiritually, but now that is not enough. We also have the challenge, all of us, to take the physical body with us in the flow. That means when you get the massage, it doesn't hurt. It feels good. When you do a yoga session, even advanced, it feels great. So we are in a process here, moving from, the pain body, being in pain in so many ways, to start to feel good. That's bottom line. So for that, here is a chart which says much more than it might seem. So it's the unification here of us, the soul in the middle, and the body, mind, spirit alignment and balancing and becoming, that becomes the equilibrium. Now, if you see the soul, you see the circles are divided in a way that the soul has like this form of an eye, right? So this form is the key. Right now we have lost touch with the essence of life. And here we have a very good example of sorry, I forgot the word. Well, that has to come to me. But I will talk more about this because what it comes down to is, again, equilibrium, become balanced. That's when the superpower comes forth. So everything comes down to we are souls here to develop our body, mind, and spirit to our full potential. Spirit, another word for spirit, is our higher self, right? And in Sweden, we call it ande. And ande is a word, 4 letters, A-N-D-E, which means spirit. And it also means genie, the genie coming out of the bottle, right? So when we become our spirit, our higher self, then we start to take care of our body in a much better way. And what we're doing from that point is that we are actually manifesting our physical higher self. So spirit in body, which is also Merkaba, the vehicle of the body when we become at the highest vibration. So we can move through time and space in our physical and metaphysical vehicles. So it comes down to understand energy. Prana is one name for it from the ancient Indian just knowledge and wisdom. And it's an ancient understanding of life force energy defined in modern times. So we are now moving into much higher levels of high energy, which is then called prana. It's also called chi, or life force energy. And we need to understand it. We need to learn how to cultivate it. And this goes, far. You know, we have Wi-Fi, electric smog, chemicals, heavy metals, you name it. We are bombarded at this time. But what's really interesting is that when we move into these higher realms and we really start to embrace all these higher energies and get them into our physical body, we can transmute all these poisons and heavy metals so they don't touch us and bring us down. So we keep the high vibe. And more of us are learning to do this. And especially now it's important for all those who have taken these shots that we want to get rid of, so we don't have that in our system anymore. So we can survive these times and move together as a human family forward. So we need to understand that God made man in his image. And that wasn't the modern David being overweight, lazy, and looking not so well. It's like the ancient Greeks, these beautiful statues that when we see the muscles coming forth, we see the health and the fitness is fantastic. That is what we are aiming for, to become really healthy and fit humans. And that is the divine human. So we all come into this life with the same potentials. We look exactly the same, more or less. Then what happens, right? As we move along, maybe we have good parents that put us on the great path, and friends the path we come into and choose. Or it becomes the opposite. It becomes someone that don't take care of themselves, and therefore they don't take care of you and your body, and you come into bad habits and you become a victim of the circumstances. So even if you are a person who have had that life behind you, now it's time to change it. It's never too late, never too late. So wherever we are right now in the process, it's better late than never, right? To slowly change and make it better and better and better, week by week, month by month, year by year. When we do this, we are, so down to the left, that red circle, that is what I call the prana and chi manifestation, when we burst of energy out through our hands, through our whole body, and out through our head, right? So we are loaded with chi and prana. Then in the middle, we also have our physical structure in place. So every vertebrae is in the right position, the skeleton and the muscles and ligaments, everything is balanced and taken care of. We do our yoga, we go out and take care of our physical structure. Then we move into this superhuman. It will look like to normal people today, like we're becoming superhuman, but it's really just the next level of health and fitness, where we are all balanced in equilibrium. When we do this, we're going to backtrack our aging process. So as for instance, myself, I have over the last 20 years becoming better and better and better at this. So over the last 3 years, I have backtracked my health and my age between 5 and 10 years by detoxing my system and learning these things that I'm talking about on a finer and finer level. So to become fit, become balanced, become harmonized, become strong, all of these things have helped me to even get my hair to start to grow back. And even the color is coming back. So that is just a little proof that we are on our way. You know, we are taking care of ourselves. Instead of aging and becoming grayer, we're becoming younger and higher in our energy. So all these things is something that all of humanity, or everybody who is interested in backtracking their energy and develop themselves to the zone of our full potential, we are doing. So it's happening, and more of us are coming on board. So I will share. I will continue this first. So do you know how amazing you are? Do you know how amazing you are? Do you know that even if you are feeling that this seems and feels way out of my league, I'm so unhealthy, I'm so unfit, so I can never reach that level. Well, not with that attitude. You need to be, wow, I want this. I want to be part of this new chapter in humanity. Leave this old, gray, dull, low vibration life and start to moving to my new you, my new self, my new best version of myself. And it doesn't have to happen over, a month or two. Let it take some years. But if we look of the potential of a human lifespan, we can all be healthy, strong, fit, harmonized, and live like that to way beyond 100 years. But we need to leave the old bad habits and start with the new good ones in order for that to happen. So the body, all the organs, everything, it's a self-healing organism. It always seeks health, balance, harmony, equilibrium. Sometimes the best we can do is just to relax, just to sleep, just to go out in nature, drink a lot of good water, eat healthy foods, and just rest ourselves back to health. Then when we add wisdom and knowledge and how to take it to the next level on the fitness level, we're becoming superhumans. That's what's going on right now. So the human body is capable of amazing physical deeds. If we could just free ourselves from our perceived limitations and tap into our internal fire, the possibilities are endless. So to understand the physical structure, the bones, the skeleton, then the muscle, ligaments, and all the inner organs, and then us, soul, spirit, that life force that makes everything come alive. Now it's time to put it all together. And when we do that, we can go crazy. There is now so many amazing people doing amazing deeds that we have never seen before. And I have not chosen so many pictures here with that, but you know, people that can do things that is just seemingly impossible, climb in a way that is just, yeah, not human. And do it in a way so it's not dangerous, because they trust themselves so much. So when you have developed yourself to that level, you can do like this guy. It might seem to a normal person that he is risking his life, but to him, it's not. He has done this hundreds, maybe thousands of times over the last few years. So it's just another day climbing, right? People like this, we've seen this. This is actually happening all over the world, where surfers, they don't just surf alone. They do yoga and gymnastic moves on top of the surfing board with a girlfriend or a friend. I mean, we're moving into times now where the fitness is going to be so warm welcome. It's not going to be like you're showing off and you just are ego based. No, it's love, it's passion, it's the highest forms of energies. When the fitness is on place, the health is much higher than without the fitness. So here we have Arnold Schwarzenegger in the background. And as you can see, a temple. So this picture says more than 1,000 words. Our body is our temple. So when we go into a temple, all the temples around the world are there to hold the highest vibration. So when we are in a lower vibration, we can go to a temple and we can get a burst of energy to get injected with a higher energy. So when we leave, we are fine-tuned and we are in a high vibe again. And it's the same with the body. When we go out for the run, when we go to the gym, when we go out and surf or climb a mountain or go out in the woods, whatever we do to take care of physical structure, we raise the energy to the same level as the temples around the world. Of course, this includes that you already are developed and awakened in your spirit. So you are doing this from your higher self as a gift to yourself and the divine, to say, thank you, universe, for giving me my temple, my physical structure, and I will do my best to take care of it, as all the monks and priests and nuns and everybody who have the job to take care of the temples. The divine temples, they are cleaned and, they are saged, they have crystals, they have gongs, they have ceremonies, they keep the demons out. Everything is there 24/7 to keep the temple clean from all lower energies. And it's the same with the human body. It's time now to detox, to cleanse. All parasites and demons have to leave. We are now, as humans, challenged to raise our vibration so bright that it's not possible for lower entities to live inside of us and bring us down anymore. We are the walking temples. So if you want to look at it as a temple, or you want to look at it as an avatar, maybe both. Sometimes it's good to shift and see it the other way. Our human bodies are like the movie Avatar. It's like we come into this body and it's up to us to take care of it, to nurture it, to make sure it's fit and strong. And that way we're going to have a much better life than if we don't take care of it. So do you want to look at it as your temple or avatar? Up to you. Same thing. So thank you for being part of this amazing subject of our amazing body. and how we now take that to the highest spiritual levels and include it and become one. So warm welcome, all Golden Age pioneers. All right. So with that, stretch a little bit. And drink some water, highly energized water. And warm welcome with questions and thoughts and inputs. So Cliff says, it's something weird going on in the chat. I can't always see the comments. So all the way on top, you can see it says either live chat or top chat. So if it's top chat, you don't see everything. So you can just switch to live chat and you see everything. Okay. Ahaliel just did 50 push-ups. All right. Good on you. Continue, Ahaliel. California just banned Skittles and 12,000 products. Wow, that is huge. Yes. So again, when we're now looking at everything that brings us down and everything that brings us up, what can we bring into the golden age, into this new era that we already started? Pretty much everything has to go. Everything that is in the supermarket, 98%, even some of the fruits and veggies has to go because they're so full of heavy metals and poisons. So yeah, it's huge. Light warrior, with knowledge comes responsibility. To understand, and with understanding comes responsibility to act accord with that knowledge. Absolutely, exactly. And now the responsibility is to each and every one of us to start to take care of our bodies and ourselves. André. So a Swedish comment here. Yeah, it's not easy for me to do both Swedish and English. I'm doing my best. So I will have a Swedish one in the last Saturday this month, or 2 weeks from now. We'll do a big summary. So we will do a Swedish one then. Eric, thank you, Björn. This was very good and inspiring. Thank you, Eric. So Anna-Karin, same thing. I'm doing my best. I have lots going on. I can't do both Swedish and English. And since English is the international language, I strongly wish you all to understand this and do your best to challenge yourself to learn English as we go. We have a long way ahead of us, and the sooner you learn English, the better. Cliff. Okay, yeah, it's probably something on your end. It works here, so maybe you just need to look over your computer if there is something you can fix. Veronica. Feel your knowledge come true, kicking and alive. Life is yours to become your true self from inside and out. What we put in our system. Thanks for sparkling presentation. We have the fuel inside of us. Great to hear, Veronica. Lovely. Yes. Moa, do you have any tips on how to maintain the energy to work out if you work a full-time job? Yeah, it's again to make this the main thing of the day, so you are saving your energy to climax at the time you have set for yourself to go to the gym or whatever you want to do as a physical training, to have food throughout the day that helps you get in a peak energy level at that time, if it's the end of the day. And also to, throughout the day, take a few moments of mini meditations. So otherwise you can't. We need to, it's okay to go out and smoke for 5-10 minutes. Then it should be okay to go out and sit and just meditate for 5-10 minutes, 1 to 3 times a day. And if you just do that, it's a game changer. And of course, to get your sleep at night. So, and that is also something as you go, when you work out more, you're going to sleep better. So it also helps to release all these heavy energies and the nervous system and everything, so we sleep better. So a few weeks of maybe harder to keep the energy up, but once you get into it, a few weeks in, then you're there. Christina, thanks. You inspired me to do my yoga program. Feel a little tired after plant medicine, but did it now. Thanks, Björn. All right. Yep. So inner journeys and outer journeys in a good mix. And after a plant medicine journey, of course, we need to take the day after, or maybe sometimes 2 days off to just relax, recharge, and then get started with the physical again. Yes, good, thank you. Samples. I think it's according to the Mayan calendar. The year 2012 was the end of the old world, and 2012 converts to 220. Quite amazing. Ever since, we've been seeing more and more awaken. Life is funny. Yeah, so what it was the end of the Piscean time, and we entered the Aquarius age. And then it's been a window here until now, most likely 2025, until we are done completely with the old Iron Age, and we are completely in the Golden Age. So this is the end of it. Samples. And also the Mayan calendar had 13 months, but doesn't that mean that there is a 13 zodiac? Yes. It's called Ophiuchus, and it's coming up now in November. So that is also, instead of following the sun, we follow the moon. So 13 cycles around the moon is 1 year. So that is also part of why we are out of tune with time and timelessness. So all these things are part of the big shift and how we will change it. Santosha, everything just fell into place. I had all the pieces in the air around me for many years. Put this together and I broke many times. Now for several months, I have been in uninterrupted connection with my body, my soul, and the divine. Grateful, happy. Sometimes my heart is bigger than my body. Beautiful, strong, steady energies. Anyone else feel similar? Yes, I do, Santosha. I can sign that. Thank you for sharing. Wonderful to hear. Wonderful. Anyone else in here feel the same? Elisa, I missed the start, so I do not know what you have talked about, but I would like to ask what you know about the cabal or the elite. Are they going to catch them for what they have done? So I have done 3 previous weekly broadcast here that is going deep to that. And the short answer is yes. So we're now living in the end time of all the darkness, where all the darkness is gonna, it's gonna become crazy. It already is crazy, but it's going to become even more crazy. So they are, so desperate now, so they are revealing themselves. So it's going to become more and more obvious to more and more people. And then we come to the point, which is called the tipping point, where most of humanity will wake up to what's really going on. And then we will see how fast we can take care of all of them and make the shift. But it's coming, yes. Marie, I heard women were pregnant like 10 months. All right. I haven't heard about that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So all these things, when we come in tune with nature, is going to be so much more pleasant. Everything. Samples. Why have our controllers made us be out of tune with time? Messes with our spirituality. Yes, it messes with everything. We become ungrounded, not in contact, not knowing from where we come, not knowing from where we go, and that we are out of alignment with the big clock, the universal clock of the astrology, time and space. So we're always feeling off instead of feeling in line, on. So that's why. Eric says, Santosha, yes, same for me. Anna-Karin, me too. All right. Eric says, Santosha, yeah, for about 2 years, it has all come together for me as well. Body, soul, spirit, mind, I feel so great. Thank you for sharing. Lovely to hear. This is where we're going, all of us. Samples. Does anybody have those moments where you just kind of zone out, feeling like you could just leave your body, as if there is a realm beyond human life? Yep. I think many here, most here, that is part of the journey we're doing now. Understand we're spiritual beings in human bodies here in this physical domain to become light beings in physical structures, totally aware, fully developed, next level. Santosha, grateful for people like you, Björn. You strengthen, confirm, you're a wind at my back. Thank you, Björn, and to everyone here. Thank you so much, Santosha. That means a lot. Thank you so much. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Anna-Karin, Björn, where in the Bible can we read about the dark doing you said about 3 weeks ago? I have looked a bit, cannot find it. So I don't really know exactly what you mean, but what you can take the whole Bible, and what it talks about now is the end times, which is called the 7 years of tribulation. You know, that is what's going on now. We start now in the mid-September was the start of the 7 years of tribulation. And you see there, you know, how Israel is going to go and take back their promised land and da. That was supposed to happen a little bit later here, but it's happening now. So you see, many of these things is actually the Bible is their movie script for real life. So we're going to come into a much deeper understanding where all these scriptures come from, who wrote them, and why they're being used in the way they're being used to mislead humanity and, make it seems like prophecy is coming true when it's man-made, all of it. Eric, Björn, is it true with this med beds that awake people talk about a lot nowadays? So yeah, there is actually more than just med beds. There are many technologies that now help us, which is part of the new Atlantis, new technologies going into frequencies and vibrations to help us to clear the past, clear trauma, heal problems in the body, and make us vibrate at the best, highest level. And med beds is a technology which has all those factors, plus there are med beds that have even more advanced functions that can regrow organs that are not working as they should, and even limbs, hands, whatever it might be, fix everything. So we're truly moving into science fiction time for real, and it already exists. It's just that it's not, of course, they don't let that out to the world yet, but it's coming. Yes. Elisa, I hope they catch them for child trafficking and other things they have done. I have heard that those children have an angel soul, who have reincarnated and knew what should happen to them. I agree, Lisa, and I don't just hope. I know it will for sure happen. That is the darkest side of what's going on now in the world. That instead of doing what we talked about here tonight, to develop our own prana, chi, life force, they steal it from the children because they don't have the knowledge how to develop your own life force. So they take the children's life force. Horrible. So yeah, that has to stop, and that is part of this shift, that why the dark age is over, because that is not allowed anymore in the universe. This era is over. That can't continue. It's not okay. Yeah, it's going to be a big trauma for the world when that comes out, what's really going on. Dennis, Björn, you inspired me even more to take care of my health. Good. So far this fall, I've started to eat more organic, detox my body, begun Kundalini yoga, and next step is the gym. Fantastic, Dennis. Very, very good. And I will also help here with what I'm good at, and there will come more and more videos directed into this wisdom and knowledge, how we all develop ourselves and our bodies. There already are lots of videos on my channel, both English and Swedish, but they're a few years old now. Well, there's some Swedish for this year. So great stuff to look into if you're interested. Samples. I wonder how we will rebuild history. I mean, who will explain how the old buildings were built, or how the old technologies functioned? That's what I'm excited about. I want to know more about the real history. Yes, many of us, even I. So that is another really interesting subject that's going to baffle most of humanity, that we have been so lied to. And yeah, there is so amazing things that's going to come out about the real history. It's going to be mind-blowing for most of us. Kova. Also, when it comes to the Swedish, I'm so glad that you wish that as well. But like I've been saying, I don't have time to do it in both English and Swedish. So I've been forced to choose. And since English is the international language, and now there is more and more people that I are in contact with, spread out in the world, even though many are from Sweden, we will have a summary last Saturday every month in Sweden, Swedish, where we will do only for Swedes. So I will do that, yeah, close to 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays ahead. Madeleine, don't forget to like tonight, so Björn's video spread to more people. Thank you, Madeleine. Yeah, always good with, if you like it, that you press the like button and share it with friends that might be interested. Elisa, what do you think is good to detox your body with? Can you eat and drink berries, fruit and greens to detox the body, or is something else better? That is a great way to go. It's a very good way to go. There is several ways. The number one thing is to stop eating what you know are the toxins. So you stay away from the bad stuff. That alone would do a big shift. And then to drink lots of good water. And then, like you said, fruit smoothies and greens. Fantastic. Then we can move into a little bit more advanced stuff to get yeah, heavy metals and parasites, and now the stuff from the jabs, to get all that out. There is lots of ways now that are coming forth. So you can Google and find yourself and just try out what's good for you. To detox is going to be now important to continue to do it on a continuous basis over the next few years. Daniel, Björn, are you in Hawaii nowadays? We miss you from Sweden. No, I am in Gozo, Malta. So Hawaii had to wait because of the massacre that happened there. I've chosen, and with everything crazy going on with the United States, I feel it's not time to go there yet. It has to shift first. All right, let's see. So samples. Björn, could you give me some advice? I've been wanting to do what you do ever since I was a child. I've been wanting to be of help to somebody, but since I can't force and awaken, I'm not sure what the point is. Okay. Well, the point is to be part of the awakening. The point is to be part of being uplifter, being a tone setter. So we set a good tone, we set a good vibe, and we help to spread that good vibe. If you just do that alone, you do a huge help. And many here, we do that all day long, wherever we are. You know, we're just out in our village or city or wherever we live. And with people we meet, we just have a good vibe. Lift people up, and sometimes that can be being quiet and just being a good listener. So to take it like what I do, to start a channel and share good things, is like we see now, more and more are doing it. So whenever you feel that calling, follow it. Just go for it. It's just that you have to be patient and have the understanding that it takes time, long time. So don't give up. Keep on going. Or it might be that you want to do it in real life. So whatever you're drawn to, now it's very important to be in tune with our intuition, with our guiding. So we get guided to where we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be doing. So follow your bliss, follow your passion is the way. Anna-Karin, Björn, you can send in Swedish and have a translate function, then people look after the live. Yeah, so it's tricky, like we've been talking about here. I'm doing this now. We see how it goes. Maybe I can do more in Swedish, but for now I can only promise once a month there will be a big summary event in Swedish. And for now I will continue doing in English every week, because I've been asked of so many now over some time. And it's the only way to grow internationally. I can't grow internationally with all that I do if I continue in Swedish. So I hope you all understand that English is the international language we can communicate with everybody. Mua, what are your thoughts to drink pine needle tea to detox from the jabs? Yes, that's part of the solution. I actually drank a cup here just before I started. And when you bite into the needles, you feel the, what's the name of it? Something on with S. I forgot the name, but this bitter, sour liquid comes out of the pine needle. So it's really good to chew on the pine needle so you really get the effect out. Also, you can order pine cone oil or pine cone. Yeah, it's the oil that you bring out from the pine cones. And actually, this is another big revelation. The pine cone is the third eye, and this is part of the war against humanity. So pine cone oil is even better. It's even more potency to clean the system and detox the system and add some amazing value in the detox. So yes, fantastic. So go for a detox with that for a few months. That would do wonders. Samples. Okay, thanks. I've been having that calling for a while, and each time it comes back stronger. I know that it's trying to guide me, but it really is just me who needs to take action. Good, very good. And it's good to not take action before you're really ready, you know. Sometimes we are dabbling so much, so it's just to start, you know, not to wait too long. But there is like this lead time where when you're ready, you feel the calling and you go. And sometimes we need, like you say, to take the step. Just do it. And when we start, things start to happen. So to start is the way. Eric, sorry, what's pine needle in Swedish? So tallbarr, tallbarr och tallkottsolja. Elisa, I have a hard time letting go of cheese and other salty food. My body needs salt, but I have been a fruitarian and I felt better then, and I had no cravings. Exactly. So salt is not the problem. It's just what kind of salt. So if you just get good, really good salt, like Celtic salt or some other really nice organic sea salt. I heard from many sources now over the last few years that Himalayan salt isn't as good as we previously thought, that there is actually other salts, like I said, the Celtic salt and other sea salts that are even better. And then cheese is, yes, one of the lower energies that just has to go. Because first of all, now you are saying okay to the slaughter of animals and being part of that whole slaughter thing. And then when you get the milk products in the system, it creates the perfect environment for bacteria, virus, fungus, and parasites to live in, because you become the mucus. You get a lot of mucus in your system, and that is not good at all for our health. So that has to go. The sooner the better. Anna-Karin, Elisa, hope you take sea salt, herb salt. Yes, good. Yes, okay. Cliff, the word you search for is suramin. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Cliff. Great. Exactly. Suramin. Maybe that is in Swedish. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Stefan, the same. Suramin i tallbarr. Thank you. Great. Thank you so much. Okay. Anna-Karin said it's microplastic in Celtic sea salt, herb salt. Okay. I never heard that. But in these crazy times, we need to check our sources, because it can be a good Celtic salt from one source and another one is bad. And the same with the Himalaya salt. You get a good Himalaya salt from one source and maybe bad from another source. So it's both to check the sources and to feel how it feels when we use it. So being more in tune and really feel and listen. Okay, my friends. So with that, if there is anybody else who would like to share something, last week I said keep an eye on the channel, because I'm about to start new videos. And that is still going on, and it's just taking a little bit time here. So we will dive into what we talked about here today much deeper, and I will share bit by bit, week by week, step by step here for all of us to go through this transition and really strengthen ourselves and become one with our bodies in a whole new way. Whole new way. And Dennis asks, what do you think of detox baths? Wonderful. All kinds of detox now, in every way. Every way. Yeah. So thank you, Samples. Okay, so for all of you who are interested in strengthening ourselves and end on a high note, we will now go over to the last part of this evening with meditation, a guided meditation to really power up and strengthening ourselves and our becoming more in tune with our physical body. So we will change the background. What did you? Yeah. Okay. So we take this back. Here we go. So, all right. So again, it's time to move your body a little bit. Move around on your chair, wherever you sit. And stretch a little bit. All this sitting still is so important to include the physical body and remind ourselves throughout the day. Just do a little bit of movements, opening up and drinking good water. Yeah, thank you, Magnus. So kindly pause the chat now for the meditation, and then we can talk again afterwards. So let us start with taking a few deep breaths and just relax. All right. So make sure you sit upright, either leaning your back toward your chair, or that you sit upright with your feet flat on the floor, hands in your knee with the palms up. And then here we are, just behind our eyes, ready to start relaxing, letting go of here and now, and slowly start to leave the body, to raise the spirit, raise the frequencies, and then come back into the body with higher vibrations, upgraded one more level, and then integrated to our physical body. So we just now allow ourselves to relax, enjoy the journey, and we slowly start to fly down through the face, down to the neck, out to the shoulders, down to the arms, down to the hands. And we feel this whole area, and we take a deep breath and let it relax. And we come up again through the arms, shoulders, neck, and throat. And we slowly start to move down through the chest area and the back, and also in our spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Down, down, down. And we stop in our heart. And we take a new deep breath and fill our lungs all the way. And let this whole area relax. Very good. Feel also your shoulder blades. That is the contact to our angel wings. Relax and let the wings relax. So we continue down through the tummy, mid-back, and also vertebrae by vertebrae inside of us, through the whole spine, down to the point where we sit. We pass the lower tummy and the lower back, and we stop all the way down in our tummy. And we take a new deep breath all the way down to the tummy, and we let the rest of this fantastic part of our body totally relax. Very good. And we continue down to the buttocks, down to our thighs, our hamstrings, down to our knees, down to our calves, all the way down to the feet, all the way forward to the toes. And we take a new deep breath, and we let the legs also relax. Three, two, one. And there we leave the body. We fly out through the feet, and we continue down. We're going down, 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 deep into the middle of the earth. We fly in high speed, and we're getting closer and closer. We start to slow down, and we are here. We stop here, and we just tune in to this deep womb of super grounding, calming energies. Very, very good. Now, deeply grounded and fueled up on energy, it's time to start moving upward again. So we start to levitate and fly upward. We are going fast, and we are passing the ground level, in the place we live. We move out to the roof of the house, out into the sky, up into the heaven, and we pass some clouds, and we move above the clouds, and here we start to see each other, spread out all over the world, like light beings shining bright. We recognize each other, and we start to come together. So we start to come together, and we meet in the Mediterranean, Middle Earth, where the old Atlantis used to be, over this little island, Gozo, in the middle of the Mediterranean. So high above in the heavens, we start to come closer, and we are here. So we start to hug each other, saying hi, and we create a big circle. And we relax here. And in this levitating ability that we all have, we can also sit in the lotus position with no problems at all. So we sit in the lotus position, we hold each other's hands, so we have a full circle, and we just relax here a bit, connect with each other, raise the energy in the field of yourself and the whole group. Wonderful. Okay. So here we are. What a time to be alive. We let go of the hands for now, and we just sit in our own field, our own space, and we are also connected with each other in a bigger field. And we start to look around what we see underneath. The whole earth plane, the whole world map is underneath. And now, since last time we were together, we can see in time lapse how we have moved forward. If you're down there in the drama, following the news, all the latest bad things that have happened all over the world, it might seem like we're going backwards, but we are truly not. It's the opposite. It's the last attempts from the dark forces to try to pull us down, bring us back into that dark era. They don't want us to leave. They desperately want to keep this old world going in this structure, this old system that is now falling apart. The time is over. It's done. We learned our lessons. Thank you for all these thousands of years of tough times, heavy burdens, big lessons. And I think I speak for the whole of humanity when I say we are done with this lower region now. Now we're ready to move into brighter times and to not have any dark, evil forces around us anymore. Now it's time for love, for joy, for peace, for happiness, for divine time with angels and all other civilizations across the universe to start a whole new chapter for humanity. it's time to develop ourselves and the whole world to the next chapter in our evolution and history, the golden age. Just listen to that. Just listen to that. To leave this old satanic system, this slave system, which is just so horrible in every way, and move into a divine era of just the best of everything, abundance of everything. Anything is possible. Nothing can hold us back anymore. And we are supposed to bring down heaven on earth. We are the ground crew. Each of us has an important piece of the puzzle. Each and every one of us has a gift, a passion. Some of us has several. And we're all here to now start doing it, making it happen. Connect with each other, find who are the links that we can co-create with, and start to create this new chapter. How amazing. So with this comes also the gift and the challenge to now raise our vibrations by letting go of all the old stuff that holds us back, all the negative conscious things that we know about, and even the unconscious, all the programming that we are aware of, and all the programming that we are unaware of, that we are catching ourselves throughout the day, where we are in our old thinking and habits, bringing ourselves down, which is the old structure, meant to be that way, and that we are catching ourselves, waking up in the moment, and move out of that vibration, come into some much nicer vibrations, and just smile in the moment when you do it, that you are on your way, liberating yourself. And with that, a whole new life awaits, a whole new life in every way. So through this challenging time we're in, it's so important to, throughout the day, have a moment, 2 or 3, of a mini meditation to a longer meditation where you just do this. Just have a moment with yourself and the source and nature, where we just connect with these higher vibrations, this higher timeline, and get guidance for what we are in the middle of. Maybe some big decisions are important to get some guidance on what to do, where to go, say yes, say no, whatever it might be. So we are grounded all the time, connected to Source and connected to Mother Earth. So we are wise and we can navigate through these times in the best possible way. So in order to do that, our vessel needs to be clear, needs to be vital, strong, fit, open, so the energy can flow. There is no blockages. And as we now start to take better and better care of ourselves and our bodies, the energies are going to help us more and more. We're going to be more in tune with our intuition and our guidance, as well as have higher vibrations. We're going to feel more alive. We're going to become more attractive. which helps with the law of attraction to attract what we wish, to get help out of the blue. All of this come together in such a nice and easy way by us just doing what we're here supposed to do. Raise the vibration, take care of ourselves, feel good, and help others to feel good. We are uplifters. We are tone setters. Wherever we go, wherever we are, we spread a vibe. What is that vibe? As soon as the vibe drops, it's time for a meditation, or it's time to go out in the nature, or maybe a nap, or maybe a shower, whatever it might be that helps you to come back to yourself and lift yourself up. Become fast to lift yourself up when you catch yourself going down. You're doing a great work by just being the best version of yourself and doing the best you can every day to just participate in this game of life and make it happen for you and for others to just be part of this whole shift. Thank you for being part of it. Very, very good job. You are needed. We're all needed now more than ever. So let's just take a little look down again and look at humanity and the evolution, what's going on. We see the wars going on. We see the manipulated war on nature, the manipulated war on humanity. We see all the bright souls shining bright, and we see those who are in the process of waking up, who are a little bit dimmed, but the light is there, it's coming, it's getting stronger and stronger. And then we see those who are in the gray area, who are lost for the moment, and see even them coming out of that grayness, that lostness, to even they will find themselves and come into the light, get into the higher vibrations, wake up to the lies, start to also participate in being part of the awakening and the new world. And then we take a look at the last little click of humanity, the dark ones. Feel the compassion for being so misled, so lost, and understand that it's an old karma wheel, that they are born into this world in families and circles that they have no chance to choose not to become part of the dark ones. Feel compassion. Feel compassion. With that, I'm not saying what they do is okay. It's not. Of course not. It's horrible. It has to end. The sooner the better. But our test, our lesson, is to have it to end with compassion, with deep understanding, with love for the whole human family. So we can move forward and leave the old revenge karma wheel behind. Because it's the revenge karma wheel that keeps us trapped in the old paradigm. And we now see that happening on a broad scale. People are meaner than ever, doing attacks on good, nice, warm-hearted people, doing their best to be part of this new era, doing good. And they just jumped on. Many light workers have a tough time. Many who are in the official space, doing work online, in the real life. It's tough. It's challenging because the lower vibrations bring in the demons. And when the human who are in the low vibration get overtaken by a demon, they make sure to wreak havoc. So instead of reacting in a way that is normal to revenge react, don't fall into that trap. Let it be like water on a swan. Just let it rinse off. Be untouchable. Be strong. Be wise. Take the high road. All the time. From now on. Don't let anything bring you down. This is the final stretch of the dark era's test. And it's all up to each and every one of us to keep the light, take the high road, be a good example, do our best. And when we fall, it's okay. We all fall now and then. We just pick ourselves up and we get on with it. We are so many now that can support each other and help each other through these times. So know that you are not alone. We are thousands of thousands just here in this little soul family. And we are millions, even billions around the world that are completely awake to partially awake to be part of this shift. Because even though that we are less than the whole of humanity, so just number-wise, even though we are less in numbers, our vibration is so much stronger. So even if we are just 1 billion and there are 7 billion in low energy, that 1 billion of us in high energy is so much more stronger than the 7 billion in low energy. Nothing can stop this higher energy from taking over. Everything that is dark and not in tune with the new divine order that is coming to this earth plane and humanity is coming up to the surface. All the lies, everything is coming up to the light. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. This is it. Now it's happening. So by us being trained and prepared, we can now support others around us, friends and family members, and new friends that comes into our space, our life. And that's part of this journey now, to really have a long fuse, actually to let go of the fuse altogether, to be a peaceful warrior, to be a light warrior here and now with this deeper understanding of everything going on, and that we are about to win back humanity, all of humanity, to let the darkness leave the lower part of humanity who has the lower vibe, and let that part also into the light. So everyone who are ready become uplifted. We want to save and get as many as possible into this new era, this shift, and have as few as possible leave in this transition time. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of sadness. But it's going to be well worth it. Once we're over on the other side, and I mean still here in this physical form. Wow. The celebration. Can you imagine? The liberation. The freeness. We are completely free. We're safe. We have abundance of everything. The world is our oyster. My God, what a time we're in for, and what a time we live in right now. So let's take a deep breather and just let this simmer a little bit. And just feel all this like a gift from the heavens to us. There is just a little bit left of this dark time. And in between, there is a lot of light and a lot of love. Let's just simmer it for a moment. As we sit up here all together, we are much closer to the sun and the moon and the stars. And as we are here, we're being even more upgraded in our light being than when we're down on the earth plane. So every moment here, we are getting more and more upgraded. The higher vibrations is filling our spiritual structure. And when we come back to our physical bodies, that is going to upgrade the physical body as well. This whole transition, day by day, the light are doing everything to keep that fine balance, to fill us as much as possible every 24 hours without us feeling overwhelmed or feeling the sickness of ascension symptoms. So know that it's happening on a steady pace every day, every minute, every second. It's going on all the time. We are being so uplifted that if we would look back to just 10 years back in time, we would not recognize how we can't recognize right now because we forget where we come from. But it's such a huge shift. So it's actually many of us who would see the physical structure being more as a light being than just a dense physical body. That's how much we have moved. And this is just the beginning. The golden age has that name because of the higher vibrations that we are getting into. Slowly and surely, more and more of us are going to be able to see each other's auras, to see all life form auras. And that is going to shimmer with a golden light. So there is many reasons why this new era is called the golden age. And my God, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. So with that, let's come to a closing here by all of us bringing now all this energy, all this light down to the human family. Let's just send to each other. So everything we now send out, we're getting back 100, even 1,000-fold. And we also bring up the whole human family. Wow. So incredible, nice energies. So strong, so pleasant, so beautiful, so pure. It's having an impact much stronger than any of us can ever imagine. The ripple effects are amazing. It reaches even the even darkest ones of the human family. So with that, thank you for this fantastic meeting. Know that you're safe. Know that you're protected. Know that by you just being you, doing what you're supposed to do, being part of the ground crew, helping to transition yourself and your body into this new higher vibration, and being an upbringer for yourself and people around you, you're doing it, you're living it, and good things will come to you. So let's hug each other. So we go around, everybody get a hug. And when we're done, last one get the hug. We look into each other's eyes. We see them sparkle. We send each other that language beyond the words of love and understanding and support. And with that, it's time to leave and fly back home. So we fly back to the place we live right now in the world. We see the landscape underneath us, bright and nice, beautiful, shining. We just feel the new era is already here, implementing itself slowly and surely. And we just fly in a nice speed, and we start to see the place we live in the horizon. We're getting closer. We see the house we live in. We fly through the roof. We see our body. 3, 2, 1. And there we come into the body through the feet. And our body goes with a little shell. And we feel how the new energies come in. And the body loves it. And we go up through the feet, up through the ankles, up through the calves, to the knees, up through the thighs, hamstrings, to the buttocks, and into our tummy. Here we stay. And with that, we take a deep breath and we start to come back a little bit more. Into our body. Feel how nice it feels to be back in the body, slowly and surely waking it up, feeling grounded, coming up through the tummy to the navel chakra, feeling the emotions are balanced and harmonized, coming up to the solar plexus, feeling our personal power, our sun, shining bright and strong, feeling balanced and harmonized and powerful, coming up to the heart, feeling the love, the unconditional love, the love from the universe, the love from the whole human family, the love from all the spirits in the other realm, there on the other side to help us, to support us. It's all here for us. We're so held and so supported. We take a deep breath and we wake up a bit more and we let all that sink in. Very, very good. So nice. And we feel also in the back how our wings are actually expanding and want to spread. And you move a little bit your shoulder blades and shoulders, and it feels nice, relaxed, strong and open. Very good. We continue up to the throat chakra, and we feel how very nice it feels now in our throat, relaxed. Our tone is nicer. So when we speak, it's more harmonious, it's more balanced, it's more grounded, it's more loving, it's more uplifting. And we also get reminded here that what we say is super important in these times. So to have good verbal communications, both inside with ourselves and with others, and that we think about what we speak, because it's manifestation in the process. We speak things into life. And with that, the understanding that that's 5% of the process. 95% of the effect, the power behind the words, is the point we come from. And now, being so balanced and harmonized and powerful, it is coming from the best space, the best place, deep from our core. And when we come from this point, magic happens. Things move fast. Doors open that were previously shut. We get into synchronicity, and people and places start to pop up and help us out of the blue. We're moving into this time of magic when we're just in this space. And with that, we start to move out to the shoulders, down to the arms, down to the hands, and we start to wiggle our fingers a little bit in our lap and take a new deep breath and let ourselves awaken even a little bit more. Very good. And we come back up through the arms, to our shoulders, up to the neck and throat. And we continue up to the face, which immediately comes out with a big smile. And we start to feel our cheeks moving up. We even smile with all the small muscles in our face, and even the eyes smile. And we stay up right behind the eyes in our third eye, and we start to feel how the third eye is with us, our center for visualization, where we can imagine everything into being. Everything starts here. First, we get the vision from above, an idea, a thought, a feeling, and we see it here in our mind's eye. And then we have it in our dreams when we sleep at night, and also daydreams. And this center is becoming more and more activated. We're becoming more and more in tune with understanding how we can, with this center, speed up the manifestation process of really focusing on what we want. What we want. And what we want is to shorten this dark period and bring the light in every way. Bring the love in, bring the fun in, bring the peace in, bring friends and family in, bring the truth in, bring the divine in. And with that, we look up and we feel and see our crown chakra fully activated. Now also bring with light in all directions, several meters in every direction, down to the sides, all sides, and up. So we are now in the middle, perfectly aligned with our spirit, our soul, our physical body, and the aura beaming out several meters, all intact, all balanced, all harmonized, and so beautiful. Wow. So, good job. When you're ready, take a deep breath and then open your eyes and come back to here and now. All right. Wow. What a time to be alive. Thank you so much for another wonderful evening together. Very powerful event here. Much to, let it sink in, sleep on it, and let it just grow forth as the week passes by here. Thank you for being part of this huge shift. Thank you for being part of this soul family and helping out here. I'm so grateful. So super thank you. Thank you, Magnus and Anne, for being part of helping it to be nice in the chat here. And yes, I will. I'm working on many fantastic things right now, and I will come back as soon as I'm ready to share the next step here for doing what we talked about here tonight, to really take much better care of our physical body. So until then, I wish you a good night's sleep and a fantastic week ahead. Keep the bright shining light, the light shining bright. And take good care of yourself and your body. And we see each other soon again. So all the best. Bye for now.